doing?
Good, how are y'all?
Doing all right. So Woody was pretty impressed with your outing today. How did you feel it went out there?
It went well. To be able to get 6 up downs, so 6 innings pretty much at 82 or 83 pitches is good. Gets me on pace to what I want to do, be ready for opening day, and be full go with no restrictions. So I'm right where I want to be.
I was not there to see it, but they did say that your emotions were definitely there. Um, is it different with it being so quiet in there to display those emotions, or are you working yourself up?
No, when you get cooped up for 3+ months, it starts going pretty easy, especially when you give up hits and make some pitches you don't want to make. But I'll tell you what, this ballpark's gonna have the ability to be loud because one good yell has had some good carry, that's for sure.
What has been the biggest adjustment for you up to this point?
I mean, when it's just a weird, it's just day-to-day life. It's not normal. So, but being here gives us some sense of being normal because we can do baseball activities. We can be at the field. We can be at work. Then again, it's different because you're not actually around guys too much and things like that. You don't really see too many guys, but just having a ball in your hand, being on a major league field's a good feeling.
Conversation like with Woody when he told you to be the opening day starter.
It was exciting. I've never had one. I had some years that I was, capable of getting that call. But early on in my days in St. Louis, I had some guys that had, a lot more season behind them, and they deserved it a lot more than I did. And with the year I had last year, Mike and I, both deserved it. And you got Corey, who's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and to be able to be named that is an honor.
How badly do you want to get to that opening day to make sure it happens?
Yeah, I mean, as much as you're named it with everything that's going on, you just try to, you make sure you don't, you don't get haircuts, you don't shave, you don't do anything. You make sure you're ready to go.
Looks like you're doing a good job.
You gotta stay away from all that. You can't trust anybody these days.
Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Questions for Lance? Raise your hand, please. Anybody questions? Jeff Wilson.
Lance, when you were in Tennessee in quarantine there, what was it? How difficult was it to stay in your schedule to keep working, to throw bullpens, whatever?
It was actually quite easy. The whole basement is for me. Family gets the upper 2 levels, so I got a workout room. I've got a throwing tunnel. I have everything I need, and then if I need to get out of the back side, I've got a golf cart. Then I'm on the 4th hole, so I can be away from everybody. Don't need anybody. So I got it right where I wanted it. So I kind of live the quarantine life without it. So that's just at my off season.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Other questions? Anybody else? John Radigan.
Hey, Lance, with regard to these new rules and protocols they have, especially for the shortened season, pitchers not allowed to go to their mouth, do you feel like that's going to be a difficult adjustment to you and for really all pitchers because it becomes such a natural and normal thing for them to do?
Yeah, I've never been a lick my fingers person. For me, it's going to be make sure you don't spit, you don't, you try not to wipe the sweat away, things like that. There's some natural movements that you're going to have to be, conscious of and not to do. I think that's what this time right now is to, we kind of are harping on, hey, that's, we can't do that. So think about it, get that out of the way so you can be as natural as you can when games start.
One other thing, when you face the guys who are normally behind you like you did today, I mean, obviously you're fired up today anyway, but does that give you a little extra when you're facing the guys who are normally standing behind you?
Yeah, it's not hard to get up and get excited for it at all. That's for darn sure. You don't want any of your guys to get hits, but you also don't want to put them in a slump either. So there's a fine line there where you you want to challenge them, you want to have fun with it, you want to make sure they've got nothing they can hold over your head, but you also you want to get them ready for the season too.
Yeah, thanks, Lance.
Yep.
Take a couple more. Evan Grant. Got to unmute you.
Yeah, I unmuted myself, John. I got it. Hey, Lance, on those habits, was there any, like, it looked to me like there were a couple times today where you started to kind of go to your mouth. Are you catching yourself at all doing this stuff? And like Like, what do you say? What do you do?
I've never been a mouth licker. For me, it's the beard, just wiping the beard away to get that out of the way. But I think for a lot of guys, we've got some guys who lick the fingers and stuff like that. It's going to be, you got to I guess you just got to try to be as natural as you can, but you know that that's not right. So when we're playing catch and stuff like that, we're kind of talking to guys. They're like, hey, try not to do that. We know we can't do that, and we're kind of. The more we talk about it, the more you're aware of things, the more you make them known that, hey, this is not right. This is what we can't do. Guys are going to be more able to just go with the flow and kind of get rid of some of those habits.
Did you spend any time looking at the schedule last night after it was released?
Yeah, it popped up in my head. We've got some interesting flights and stuff like that, but what can you do when you're in the West? And you're not in the West.
All right, I think that sums it up pretty
Yep.
well. Thank you.